All right. See if I can get this figured out. Oh! Did it work? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! All right, hold on. I gotta fix a thing. Why do I always have to fix things? Okay. Hello, everybody. Hey, Ghostly. Nothing. I adore this stream. That stream titles are usually just the thing, usually film obsessed with, unless it's a spastic project. It's true. It is true. It is very. It's essentially stream titles will only ever be just what's in my brain, which is very funny. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Got it. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. How is everybody doing today? It's very good. Thank you, Cryptid. I am very proud of my titling. Oh, right. I gotta fix the stupid timer. Why timer? Why did you not do it? Okay. Should be focus to do. Are we just not accepting the? You're just not do I have to bring it in every time? What am I doing? Nothing. Dr. Nick voice. Hi, everybody. I don't know Dr. Nick voice, but I'm gonna pretend like that's it. What if I change it? What if I change it to? Does that do anything? Okay. All right. So that brings up the chat. So if I change it back to focus to do, does that work? No, it just does not. All right, let me relaunch it. Oh, did I really just do it perfectly? Is that it? Is that really what he sounds like? Oh shit, I just made that up. I swear. That was a shot in the dark. That was 100% a shot in the dark. That was indeed spot on. The best gag from the... Oh, okay, gotcha, yeah. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense that it would be from The Simpsons, now that I think about it. Okay. This makes sense. This tracks. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can do my... Okay. Let's see if I can... I reopened you. Are you gonna work? What if I window capture? I don't want to window capture. Can I capture? No. Item. It just does that. That's not what I want. Application capture. Okay. Alright. Well. Alright. Timer. I guess timer is going to have to be on screen. Ugh. That's tedious. That is tedious. Good lord. Okay. Can I make you smaller? Let's see here. Okay. Why does nothing work? Why does everything pseudo break? I don't... Nothing ever works the way you want it to. I can hide it behind cat cam, that's right. Let's see here. Wait, hold on. Let me catch up on chat. Why does that track? Have I talked about The Simpsons? Oh, no. Just like the voice. What tracked was more the voice. If I was using a voice that might have been from The Simpsons, because I've just, through osmosis, have probably assimilated. If you're doing a funny voice, it's probably, I got it probably from The Simpsons. Without realizing I got it from The Simpsons. Tuscany currently has all of her weight on my bones. Oh no, with her pokey little feet. But otherwise doing good. Might actually make some words tonight. Novel concepts. Hell yeah. Get those words done. I killed that early childhood. You kill... Oh, there's... I mean, Does an obsession with The Simpsons ever really go away? I don't know. I mean, I find myself returning to The Simpsons all the time. So, get that bread. Oh my god, why did it work last? But it's OBS just not recognizing the like not wanting to bring in the window capture of the timer. I don't know why it's doing that. I wonder. I feel like then I'm just gonna be like adding so many things. But let me see if I can add a new source really quick and let's do add new window capture. It's just gonna be tedious if I have to do this every time. We don't want that. We want media source. No. I guess screen capture. I don't need. Let's re-bring it in, maybe. Oh no! Oh no! The cat cam. There he is. We gotta get cat cam on Shmoo. There we go. There we go. He's over on the side now. He's gone full side. He's curled up in the corner. Anyway. There you go. Hide it behind cat. Ghostly has already done 500. Oh shit, Ghostly, you already got your words out of the way. Well done. Good job. Careful, Icarus. The sun is real hot up somewhere. I just did an Icarus thing. What was I doing? I think I just wrote a line about Icarus. Oh, shit. Actually, you know what? I think it was a dialogue. I think it was a dialogue change I literally made to Pawn Boys. Yes, I did. That's why. Okay. I was like, why am I suddenly thinking about Icarus? That's right. I rewrote a line when he's drunk getting pulled away from the MILF situation. And he says that he would punch the sun. I changed the line, I think, to saying that he would punch the sun for tavern trash, and then they call him Icarus. Ghostly, how did you somehow know? That was such a time. That's such a right. It was. All right. Well, you know what I'll do for the timer. Let's see. Oh, interesting. What is this? Is it? Oh, wait a minute. I think I might know what happened. Ah, I understand the problem. There we go. I now wait, why did you not come in? Wait a minute. I swear to God I fixed this. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what happened. Oh my god, everything's a mess. Okay, now why is it not... Oh, it's because it's huge. Because I had to re-bring it. Okay, alright. I fixed it. I just... It's going to take 2 seconds, but I did get it. Okay. While you all watch me... watch me do things on OBS live on stream. Timer large. Yeah, what happened was it was doing it to the wrong... It was doing it to the wrong monitor. There we go. And then I'll have to trim out the top window capture bit here. There we go. I don't know. I'll clean this up. I feel like at some point I need to make this all look like... this is the reality of streaming, folks. I really be ascending to Saint Patronoushood. You are clearly... Yeah, what is going on, Ghostly? Are you, like, communing with something or some weird... What's going on? I don't know. Something strange is going on here. I'm feeling like you're getting privy to knowledge you should not know, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. I must invest in a tinfoil hat now. Yeah, you're clearly communing with some sort of spirits to try to... Yeah, she has awoken something, right? What are you up to, Ghostly? This is where Ghostly's just like, no, seriously, I'm blameless. I'm doing nothing. This is how hysterias start. You know, there's just something weird that, you know, typically typically male folk do not understand, and then they panic, and then they start burning things, and or plagues start or something. Oh, maybe that. Oh, you know what, Ghostly? You might be right. Is this what happens when you join the Cthulhu Club? Yeah, exactly right. Maybe you know what? You might be right. It's all about that. That is all about kind of like psychic communing. Do you all have premonitions? Whoa! Now Ghostly ate a marshmallow. It's true. Yeah, you can't. Patriarchal society gets really spooked by witchcraft. All right, so just be careful. Be careful out there, everybody. Be careful. Don't start Joan of Arc, the burning of the witches. I'm clearly on a witch kick. I've been reading a bunch about Joan of Arc and then other witches, so it's on my brain right now. Ghostly, we can't talk about Cthulhu Club. That's the first rule. Exactly, yeah. But that's for the DMs. Yeah, that's right. You can't talk about it, but you can DM about it. Okay, but do you have premonitions? Premonitions? Like do I actually think I dream and see the future kind of thing? Um, I've had some weird dreams for sure that have had things happen. Like, I don't necessarily believe in that kind of stuff, but I have. I've had some interesting things happen. Either where I'm dreaming and weird things happen, or there was one thing that I do remember having a lot of dreams about that actually ended up actually happening. But I feel like that could be anxiety, like a sort of put it in my headspace, just being anxious about it subconsciously, and then it pops up in the dreams. It might be my old person eyes, but now the clock looks too small. I mean, it's pretty small. Yeah, it is. It is small. All right, hold on. Let me bring it. There we go. There we go. It's not like everybody needs to see the circle. Okay, there we go. Okay, that should. Okay, all right. Now I gotta like actually edit this thing. Um, I'm joking, mostly. Yeah. I do remember having. There was a weird. I will say there was one weird thing where I do remember. Before I found out my grandfather passed away, I remember having like this just weird feeling like he was in the room, and I remember turning and looking around and thinking for a minute that I saw him there, and then he wasn't there, and then like later on I found out he had passed away that night. But that's like more like ghosty ghost shit. And for me, I'm much more inclined to be like, there's some weird like psychic nonsense going on there than like just straight up ghosts. But it could be ghosts. Who knows? The coincidences are just battle my psyche. Yeah, and apparently my grammar. I mean, that's true too. Um, yeah. Cryptid's like, I'm not joking. That absolutely not. Yeah. I don't know. I've had weird things go down. I've had weird things go down. I do remember I had a buddy of mine who got really into Egyptian magic, and he used to do some stuff, and some wild stuff used to happen from that. That was the one thing where I was just like, "Oh my god, is like dark magic real? Holy shit!" There was some weird stuff that went on. This is like way way back. This is high school Twilight. Yeah, I was gonna be like, I know a little bit of some of the stuff that went down with Cryptid, and that is the stuff I've heard is fucking crazy. So there's been many series of weird events for sure. My father heard my great great grandmother to wake up while he was in Afghanistan. Yeah, that's how you spell that. The same night she died. Oh yeah, shit, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily an uncommon experience. I think when I was reading about it, I think it is actually relatively common for people to experience something similar to that. When it's like a family member, like, and it's especially interesting because it's like a distant family member type thing. Like maybe not. I don't know if he was close with her. I mean, I was close with my grandfather, but it wasn't like I was that close to my grandfather. He also passed away when I was pretty young. Edit transform. Okay, I gotta crop the top. Crop the top. Crop the top. Get rid of the bar. Get rid of the bar. Get rid of the bar. Okay. All right. All right. I think we're done. I think we're finally. I think stream can begin in earnest. Like properly begin. Jesus. Okay. Okay. All right. I think we're okay. I think everything's good. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. And I only gave you the cliff notes. It actually got way weirder. That's the safe version for it. Yeah, Jesus. It gets worse. Crop tops, a man's best friend. Crop tops. Oh. Downrange, man could sleep through anything because of the kabooms in the night, and he woke up to her voice. It was just his grandmother, my great-grandmother. I am mentally not here. Ghostly's like telling the story and is also like, I'm not mentally here right now. Are you doing okay, Ghostly? You hanging in there? Cryptid, I do, there are one of the benefits of 1980s, particularly 1980s sports ball fashion, is the excessive use of crop tops amongst amongst male athletes. People forget this and people make fun of it now, but crop tops were a real fucking thing, like a real big thing. It was like a really like male fashion thing in the 80s, particularly amongst people who played sports. Ghostly, that was a wonderful thing. Yes, yes it is. Yeah. Cryptid, I know it's a fashion trope. Dude, drugs, not hugs, man. Oh no, Ghostly, are you on drugs? Are you dealing with like cold and flu medicine? Because that can do some wild stuff to you if you're put you in a disassociative state. Oh, that's right. I always forget that. Yeah, and they do put Johnny Depp in one of those crop tops in Nightmare on Elm Street. Ghostly. Everybody Wants Some is in fact perfect. Oh yeah. You know what's funny about Everybody Wants Some, Cryptid, is that, because I do really like Linklater movies. I Dazed and Confused is a great film, and it was, that being the sort of 80s sequel to Dazed and Confused. I always forget that what's his name, who like now Hollywood is trying to like shove in everybody's face as the new leading man. But I always forget that he was in Everybody Wants Some as the kind of like as the hilarious mustache guy who just talks really pretentiously but is just as like goofy as the rest of those guys. Oh god, what is his name? No, what is his name? He's in like Twisters and stuff. He was in the new Top Gun. He was also in Richard Linklater's Hitman. Is that his? Oh, yeah. But that's what's his actual name? Like the actor's name? Powell. It's Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell. But yes, that's the character. Yeah, Glenn Powell. I had to remember his name. But yeah, I always forget that that's him. Because I think mainly because he's also not trying to be like the most boringly attractive person in the world, and like has a funny mustache and looks like pretty great. Yeah. Oh, that one. Sorry, different mustache from the. Oh, well, there was a lot of mustaches in that movie. Glenn Powell. Yeah, Glenn Powell. Yeah. Yep. No, regretfully, I'm just slipping off into the abyss tonight. You just tired, Ghostly? Didn't you say? Or you said you were doing like family stuff, so I guess that might make sense. Yeah, he was in it for a hot minute. I mean, there's like 3 guys in that movie that have mustaches. If you played baseball in the 80s, you had crop tops and mustaches. These are the facts of life. Also, if you are a historically accurate Transylvanian vampire, you're going to have the biggest mustache imaginable. Just saying. And it's a great mustache. Yeah, you got your words done, Ghostly. So if you need to duck out, feel free to duck out and go get some rest. Dude, people were ripping it. People were like, "Why did they put a mustache on the vampire?" Like, cause he looks badass with a giant mustache. I mean, it's like a Nietzsche level mustache. It's like this giant bushy thing. Yeah, comes with a cape and a hat. Yeah, he definitely. Twilight, I think Tom Cruise and Jared Leto have the same energy. Interesting. Okay. I can take Tom Cruise a lot more than I can take Jared Leto. I do where I will agree with you is I do think they have a sort of like inherently can come off as creepy vibe, but for whatever reason in this like hyper A-type personality sort of like. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, they're both part of a cult too. Um, or is Leto involved anymore? I don't. I mean, Cruise obviously is and always will be. Interesting. Tom Cruise strikes the same fear into heart as Jared Leto. Interesting. Ghostly, have you ever seen Legend? Like, have you ever watched anything with early Tom Cruise? Because, yeah, I don't know what it is, but like, oh, he has his own. Oh, of course he does. No, no, Ghostly, no, no, no. This is a very glittery, very surreal fantasy fable made by Ridley Scott in the 80s. Um, I feel like I would highly recommend you watch that movie. It's weird, but it's also like it's kind of a cool fable. It's literally about it. Also, Dark Lily, the Dark Lily dress in that when the darkness is trying to marry her. Uh, that Dark Lily dress is incredible. I still to this day am like that is the coolest dress anyone has ever put on anybody in cinema. It's so fucking cool. Um, but like uh but yeah, it's how do I describe this movie? Tom Cruise feels like an evil lizard who's a con man and trying to trick people into trusting him. Yeah, I mean, but that's a lot of actors to be fair. I do agree with you that Tom Cruise does have a lot of ick vibe for sure, especially now. But Tom Cruise can also act. Like Tom Cruise like Risky Business in the 80s is a really good movie. Even the original Mission Impossible is really good. He's very good in that. Like the problem is like the problem is like oh, I mean this might yeah, well he had normal teeth back in the day. He had normal teeth back in the day. He does not have it's not his like hypers back in the 80s and the early 90s. He did not have like the weird manufactured smile that a lot of actors have today, with also the really like insane laugh. Oh, and I also really like him in Eyes Wide Shut too. See, the difference is like there are I don't like Jared Leto in like anything. I think there's two examples of me being somewhat okay with Jared Leto in a performance, and it was Requiem for a Dream and Blade Runner 2049 are like the two examples of movies I can stand with. Like I can't even deal with Jared Leto in Dallas Buyers Club. The one he famously won an Oscar for. Or did he win an Oscar for that one? I can't remember. It was like one of those things. Um oh yes, Tropic Thunder. Yeah, dude. Well, Tom Cruise is great in Tropic Thunder. Like everybody is great in Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder is like one of the greatest comedies ever made. I only liked him in that one movie where he wore an awful fat suit and didn't look like. Have you seen Tom Cruise in any movie that was made before 2000? Is my question, Ghostly. Because there are very different eras of Cruise. There's like early Cruise, and then there's late Cruise. Okay, because Cruise is a whole different beast before the Mission Impossible stuff really took off, and he really became like what he is today. It's a very different Cruise back then. Like he took like weird roles. He did like art films. I mean, you have to remember like The Firm and stuff. Like he was in like dramas like about lawyers, like illegal dramas. Like he was definitely he had a lot more interesting, like you could actually see his range as an actor before it became like star power. Yo, my god, yeah, Interview with a Vampire. Oh my god, that's also Cruise at peak, like sexy Cruise. Like that's like young Brad Pitt, young Tom Cruise, a young Antonio Banderas, and they're all just. I mean, they are just like like beautiful men. It's not masculine or hyper. It's just like they are just gorgeous vampire men, and it's gorgeous. So yeah, like it was a whole different. There's two different worlds of Cruise, and that's why I can't put Cruise in the Jared Leto I can't put him in the Jared Leto bucket. I will put post. I will put like later era Tom Cruise in the Jared Leto bucket. Although Edge of Tomorrow is a great movie and Tom Cruise really rocks in that movie. I adore that film, and not enough people liked it. It like bombed at the box office, but it is one of the best Groundhog Day science fiction Buddhist parable like ever made. It's very good. Anyway, the ending of that film, he nails that. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, Tom Cruise will always be the premier Lestat in my book. Although I did hear that the TV show is really, really good. I need to watch the TV show. I've been hearing nothing but good things about it. Brad Pitt is a lovely beast. That is true. Brad Pitt is a very, very attractive human being. Oh, do I envy my uncle for going to high school with him? That's as should be. Brad is mediocre too. I like Brad. I like Brad a lot. Not like not just like attractiveness, but like as an actor, I don't mind Brad. I don't think Brad is as good. I don't think good Brad Pitt is as good Tom Cruise. I think peak Tom Cruise in terms of performance ability is better than peak Brad Pitt. But like Brad Pitt in True Romance, like Brad Pitt really did well with his like weird side characters. Oh, you absolutely do. Like it's very good, very gay. I mean, the original Interview with the Vampire is very gay, but yes, if you're gonna do that kind of vampire story, it has to be very, very gay. That's a big bonus. That's a plus sign for that for that style of vampire stuff. Vasta, Yesferatu. Yes. Welcome in, Vast. We're just chatting a little bit before we get started on the words, but welcome in. Oh, it's gayer? Is it really? Awesome. All right, I'm game. It's gayer than the original Interview with a Vampire. I mean, that's a really hard thing to top, but I'm all in if that's the case. On what does Twitch censor today? Very good. No way, Ghostly, did it actually censor that? Very good, very gay. That might be the case. Vast asynchronicity. Ghostly, Maya? That would be funny if it was Maya. I don't know. That's a good name though. I like that. Vast asynchronicity. It's a good name. That's funny. I wonder if it's trying to use like gay in the pejorative, like in the like, you know, as a slang or slander instead of being taken back as good shit. Welcome in, perfect timing. We're somehow still on vampire films and media. I mean, that's gonna be the vibes. I still haven't made up my mind whether or not Dune Part 2 or Nosferatu is my movie of the year, and that kind of breaks my brain. I literally went into Nosferatu, even though I love Eggers. You know, yeah, because she has her. Yeah, no, I know it's because I know, but Ghostly, it's fine because Ghostly finds it funny, and I think it's. I also like learning what does get censored. It's kind of like it's kind of interesting to see the weird stuff that gets censored. It is Twilight, which is homophobic. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is interesting. You can't really give like. It's hard for. I can see. Like, it's so commonly used now as, like, a positive thing. I just don't know why they still think it's, like, the middle of the 90s all over again. But, you know, whatever. Language changes and tech is... honestly, I'd probably say the influence that is homophobic, but... hold on, wait. Okay. What was I going on? Oh yeah, I was talking about vampires, but I still don't know. I still don't know. Even as much as I love Robert Eggers, I didn't think I was gonna like it more than Dune Part 2, just because Dune was such a special thing to get right, and I don't know. I'm really at a crossroads. I really love Nosferatu. Um, it's funny. I would leave it on. Damn it. I like that you say "damn nit." Like that's it's very very adorable. Are you gonna have a tie for it this year? I might. Oh, that's a good point, Cryptid. Maybe I do. Maybe I have to have two number ones. Maybe my indecisiveness will reign supreme. Why would Twilight wear a tie? I used to wear a tie every day. Thank you very much, Ghostly. I used to wear a tie every day to high school. I do not appreciate the slander. There was a period where I dressed up like I literally went to school dressed like Robert Smith from The Cure every day. I wore slacks, I wore a jacket, and I had a tie. Cryptid, oh you're right. It probably will censor Ghostly saying damn it. Oh, that's funny. Which movie do you think you will rewatch more? Well, that's the thing is so I watched Dune Part 2. I think I watched Dune Part 2 like 7 or 8 times in the theater. I saw it a lot in the theater. And like I've already seen Nosferatu twice. I plan on going to see it again, and it's like at home I watched Dune Part 2 maybe once or twice. No, I did. I watched it on my birthday. I watched, but I wanted to watch Part 1 and go right into Part 2. So, but yeah, that is a good question. Like, which one will I wind up watching more? That's a different, but that's one of those like only time will tell. That's where you have to like retroactively go back and rate your movies after how long you've had them. But it's always a good metric. That metric, Ghostly, is actually what I use for my top 5 movies instead of like the movies that I think are iconic or like that everyone should watch. I tend to put the movies I rewatch the most. Oh, Twilight, I adore you, iconic little weirdo. Hey, man, Robert Smith from The Cure was a cool guy. That was about as cool as you could get when I was in high school. Um, that's so fucking adorable. Nosferatu is gonna be one of those films I rewatch at least twice a year. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I rewatch Eggers movies quite a bit. I've seen The Witch. The Lighthouse I've seen. There was a period where I was watching The Lighthouse like once a week for like a solid like maybe year. I know that movie in and out. But like I definitely watched both The Northman and The Witch quite a few times as well. All right, we're gonna run ads, and then we're gonna dive into a sprint because we're about 40 minutes into stream, and I don't, things will get crazy, and there is work to be done. One of my dearest friends is going to see it on New Year's Eve, and she's been writing a vampire story. Oh hell yes! Oh that'll be cool. If you're writing, it's like a perfect movie, or just a rewatch to do like a marathon of all 3 Nosferatu films to like watch the original Symphony of Horror, to watch the Werner Herzog Nosferatu, the vampire, and then to watch Robert Eggers Nosferatu would be great. I rewatched the original Murnau one before I went to go see it. I just played it in the background because it is one of my favorite. I mean, this might be blasphemy, but I actually think Nosferatu is better than Dracula. I think repivoting the story to be about Emma and all like the sort of like her story, it's like I think it's better. I think it's a better story than the original Dracula. I actually find the original Dracula kind of boring. And all the interesting things in modern adaptations of Dracula, I think were just stolen from Nosferatu, which was but that's just me. That's just my hot take. All right, we're going to run ads. Ghostly watch Ghostbusters. I mean, that makes sense, Ghostly. Ghostbusters is one of those movies that Ghostbusters is one of those movies I definitely have watched so many times. Or sorry, not Emma, Ellen. Sorry, it's Ellen. L, not Emma. It's Ellen. I misspoke. I saw that you called that out, Ghost. So you're like, wait, what's the main character's name? No, it's Ellen. It's Ellen. Not Emma. Got my E names mixed up. Ellen Hutter. Oh, all right. Also to see if all this works. Because I certainly couldn't watch. Oh, if your character, if okay, all right. If the character's name is that, then that's too much. My thing, Ghostly, is I think you should try to watch The Witch, and if the Witch if you're not able to get through The Witch, you will not be able to get through Nosferatu. Because The Witch is pretty tame in terms of like it's there's imagery, like horror imagery, but it's not like overwhelming. And Nosferatu's not like overwhelming, but it's there, so it's kind of that. Yeah. That would be my recommendation to you, Ghostly, to see if you can watch The Witch. The Lighthouse is too bad because that's more of a comedy, and I think you would find more of the humor in The Lighthouse. But I think The Lighthouse might delve a little too much into the odd fantasies two men stuck in a very phallic-sized lighthouse might get up to, which is because it's got a little bit of the the psychosexual angle, even though it's a deeply funny movie. I agree, and I think it's a very different story. But yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, you're right, Cryptid. It's 100%. I mean, Nosferatu re-pivots the Dracula story to be about, to essentially be a story about what it means to be a woman in society, and that type of society, and trying to break free, and to find yourself as the outcast from your own society, as well as this monster who as well is an outcast, and that's why they're bonded. It already re-pivots the story to a feminine point of view, even if it doesn't fully go there. It's clearly was like in the intent of the story to make this about her and not about like the sort of adventure of this other guy who's gonna go fight and stop a vampire. And it doubles down on that too at the ending, where the ending is she takes control and does everything. Let's see here. Let's see. I agree. I think it creates a very different story about repressed feminine sexuality, Victorian. Yeah, it's definitely a commentary on Victorian ideals for sure. Ghostly think characters in media who share your name can steal your soul. Oh, Ghostly, that is so charming. It's like not pictures. It's if they have your name, they can steal your soul. I don't know. I don't think there's too many Maximilian in film that are particularly good folk. It's generally a name reserved for villains, if I recall. So I don't know. At that point, if they've stolen my soul, it's clearly being used for evil. Being used for evil! Whereas Dracula focuses more on the mundane romanticism of the time, religion versus the right side. Yeah, and also like good men versus bad men versus a story that's actually like positions itself from the point of view of a female character who is an outsider in a world that is actively hostile to her existence. Which is what makes the repivoting of the original Nosferatu story more interesting to me. Yeah, exactly. Where God is taking a backseat to scientific understanding, which is not a bad thing to focus on, but ideally for women, that time as a voice is being done in Nosferatu because they so often did. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Anyway, that's my rant. Carry on. Why sit through ads? Poor Cryptid. But yeah, that's I think the fundamental reason. The re-pivoting of the story from that perspective, I think, is what makes me like Nosferatu more than Dracula. And all the more interesting stuff from Dracula, they just ripped off from Nosferatu. Like, even when they reinterpreted Dracula to be like star-crossed lovers, where Mina and Dracula were like, it's the reincarnation. Like, all that comes from the romantic, like, premise of Nosferatu. Like, none of that's in the original Dracula book. Like, Dracula just wants to, like, kill people and extend his power and influence. He's just, like, that's it. That's, like, all he gives a shit about. Smart film words. I don't know about smart, but they are definitely film words, Ghostly. And I'm back. Thank you. I have a very expensive piece of paper on that. Oh, good. If Pretension Most Foul, the movie gets made, you will have a wonderful Max. Thank you, Gosei. I leave that up to you. I leave that up to you. If anyone is going to redeem the name Max in the annals of cinema, it'll be from it has to be from Pretension. It's definitely the most accurate depiction of a Max for sure, in my book. The Max from Pretension Most Foul is iconic. Iconic even when not present. As someone who would have ended up in an asylum in that time period just on my migraines, yeah, exactly, yeah, right. Oh, all right, let's dive into sprints, everybody. Let's do this. Max is the lovable dog in the Grinch too. Oh yeah, I'm so tired of the dog name though, man. I get it, lovable dog, but everybody's dog is named Max. Like it's you. I'd rather be the villain than the dog. Hashtag not all Maxes. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I added a Max to the folklore too. There we go. There we go. There we go. Validating. Damn it. All right. Nice. Oh, yikes, Twilight. That's bitter. I love dogs. I just am tired of like every dog in every movie or every book being named Max. It's like in every story. Good lord. Good lord. Fair. I would also often rather be the villain. That's true too. The villains are more interesting anyway. But, you know. Hence why I'm the villain on my own stream. That's why I have to be the worm Jesus capitalist monster that I am. It's far more interesting to play the villain. All right, let's get to spreads. Let's get the words done. All right, happy writing, everybody, and away we go. Hey. Oh. Hi. All right, and that is the end of that sprint. All right, starting the down timer. There we go. And yes, we'll run some ads here in a short bit. Blah, blah, blah. Got a little bit of work done. Hopefully the words treat you all well. Yes. Oh my God. Ghostly. Can't. Okay. Yeah. Twin Peaks. Yeah. Like Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me is intense. But it's so. It's, oh God. How do I describe this? It, it Twin Peaks is David Lynch trying to do like television soap opera. So it's very like stylized, it's very dramatic, over the top, soap opera-y, but also very funny, very quirky. There are dark elements, but you don't really like lean into the dark elements not until much later in like Twin Peaks The Return and all that kind of stuff. But I think I'd say like watch the show. The movie Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me is a really intense movie, and it does have what you said, Ghostly. But obviously for the TV show, it's in the TV show it's very toned down. And then when he does Twin Peaks The Return, then it's like dialed up again. Then it's like through the roof because they came back and made it back in 2019, 2020, I think, where they did the Return, where they finished the Twin Peaks story. And that one's a lot darker. But it makes sense in the Twin Peaks worldwide it's darker. Yeah, I don't know. Give the original show a watch. But it's great. It's fantastic. Twin Peaks is like one of my personal favorite things ever. I love Twin Peaks. Agent Coop, our boy Agent Coop, good old Coop, who just wants a slice of American pie and a cup of coffee. All right, let's see here what we got. Okay, jokes aside, are you actually going to write a script about? Yeah, no, I'm not. That's not a joke, Ghostly. I mean, it is a joke. Oh, princess. You just want me to shut my mouth. Psych did an episode about what? Wait, did they do like a Twin Peaks homage episode? I bet you they did. I would not be shocked if a lot of people homage Twin Peaks, so I wouldn't. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, I'm so glad that I mean, Twin Peaks was one of the very first like water cooler TV shows. Because it was like a wild, particularly for someone as weird as David Lynch, it was like supremely popular. And it actually kind of sucks. The producers made them reveal who killed Laura Palmer, either at the end of the first season or the beginning. No, I think it was the beginning of the second season, which David Lynch originally never wanted to do. That was like never going to be resolved. He just wanted it to be about the town and the people and all that. It's like this mystery that like brings everybody together. But no, that's not a joke, Ghostly. I'm 100% gonna write a House of 100 Virgils. That's a real thing I've got cooking. Should I be scared? Well, there won't be incest. I can promise you that. There's not gonna be any of that in there. But I mean, it's gonna be weird. I don't think it's gonna be. It's not gonna have like, It's gonna be like a mixture of the Gormenghast books. I think like the Gormenghast books and Twin Peaks. Like specifically the bits about Twin Peaks where it like revolves around a town. Not the town itself, but like it's gonna be a series of different characters, and many of those characters may or may not be Virgils. It's gonna be a whole thing. It was called Dual Spires. Dual Spires, okay. Twin Peaks, Dual Spires, which is really funny now that I know that it's referencing Twin Peaks. That's very good. Yeah. No, it's gonna be about it's gonna be a contained weird thing about a bunch of weirdos is what it's gonna be. And maybe some of the weird dream logic-y nonsense that Lynch likes to do that I'm a fan of. Like the Other, and kind of the Phantom, the Essence, the things like that. Kind of almost like a throwing into like a like Shinto, like, you know, yokai type things. It's gonna be weird, but the weird ideas I've come up, Ghostly will await this script eagerly. Yeah, it's my goal. It's my goal to make it a fundamentally, like, I want it to have the illusion of a plot, but actually have no plot. I want it to be immensely circular and self-consuming and self-referential and all-consuming. It's going to be a very strange... It's going to definitely be an experimental project. I'm definitely going to lean into the experimental side of things. Oh, can I tell you about the folk horror? Yeah, of course. Go for it. Go for it. We've got 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes. Actually, you know what? While we're doing that, let me run ads really quick just to get that out of the way, and then we can so the ads will not interrupt. Where did my ads go? Why did everything vanish? Am I unable to control my ads? Interesting. All right, let me refresh this really quick. I was like, this is just a monitor anyway. There we go. There we go. Ads. Now we can take care of the ads. All right. We're gonna run ads, so we'll be back in like 3 minutes, everybody, to get ready for the next sprint. So stretch them legs, get some tea, do what you gotta do before we dive into the next sprint. And put the hands in the gulper, Max. Do that weird thing. Thanks, Scripted. Hell yeah. It's gonna get weird. It's been a long time since I've tried to just go completely unhinged and write an insane thing, so I miss doing that. His name is Maximo. He is a mute old fur trapper. Very cool. Into that. Nobody knows where he came from, but he's just there. He sells his fur for money. It's wild. Someone's actually still selling furs. That's pretty great. Just he drops the price dramatically if you bring him peanut butter. I like that. I like that. Peanut butter. He just wants peanut butter. He's just like, you take my furs as long as he can have access to peanut butter. I like that. I dig that, Ghostly. That's good. That's good. I dig that. I dig that. I feel like this vibes well. This checks out. I think in terms of the Maximo vibes, these are good vibes. Solid choices. Fantastic character choice in my book. Wait, where am I? Oh, did the other thing go away? Other thing went away. All right. Ugh. He's just a weird little through line. Maybe he's tied to the Starman. Maybe he's the Skinwalker. Who's to say? Yeah, kind of what you're doing. You know, what you're doing with the Starman is very Twin Peaksy. I will say that it's got Twin Peaks vibes. Because there are like beings like that in Twin Peaks. Yeah, it's very cool, Ghostly. It's very cool. Because just have a weird old man who might have relation to it, might not. They exist in the same world. They exist in the sort of like a liminal other space that they sometimes operate in, whether or not they know of each other. Alright, we're at 42 seconds. 42. Maybe he ends up dead and horribly mangled. The future is a lovely and mysterious thing. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that could be your, it's like Log Lady in Twin Peaks. That could be the big inciting thing. When something either goes wrong or he's mangled, dead, doesn't want the peanut butter. All these things are, portend are portents of ill omen futures. Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. I do like the idea of just a mysterious being that's existing and then winds up dead at some point, and that's like but like inherently you just know in like while in the pit of your stomach while you're reading it that like that means bad things are about to happen. Like more so than just, random person, that kind of thing. Just be mindful which nature lore you use, or oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, it depends if you're using native lore in general or not. Um, some of them are not supposed to be written about per their culture, so just be sure you're respectful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's if you're pulling directly from like actual indigenous folk stuff. If you are trying to do that. Now I'll give you a spoiler because I don't know if this book will ever be finished. Inciting incident is Hadley eating people. Hell yeah, that's rad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're doing a similar thing that I did in my Blue Devil script, where I essentially I created my own folk thing that was completely untethered from from like any sort of native, particularly the Ute people, because that would have been in the time in the Rockies, and I was looking up a lot of their folk legends and kind of seeing what they were doing, and there's a lot of a lot of that stuff, particularly when you're doing like a horror movie or like something it's like you kind of don't want to put that connotation because those spirits sometimes don't necessarily represent that. They just get co-opted to represent that in like later fiction. So you always kind of want to like really be careful with how you're approaching that. But yeah, the safest thing you would do is just make it up, make your own thing, and separate it. The offshoot Romani she is made. Oh, I was wondering about that because you didn't mention the Romani. I was gonna be like, oh, you writing about my grandma, my great grandmother. I was like, I can give you some folk tales. She left me with a ton of stuff. I got a ton of stuff from her from that. She had a lot of wild shit. So, uh, but I'm assuming you're like using them. Just be when you're using them as a base. Just make sure to separate them a little bit. Or if they're like a traveling band of like nomads, if they're being nomadic peoples. You can also do that too, and just kind of separate it from like more of the stereotypes that come around like Romani. Um, all right, let's dive into our next sprint. Happy writing, everybody. We'll see you on the other side, and away we go. Yeah, yeah. My great grand is all right. Happy writing, but yes. Technically, I am partially of a nomadic peoples from Roma. Alrighty, there we go, everybody. That's the end of our sprint. Boop-a-doo. We'll start the down timer. Hopefully, everybody got a little bit of work done. Some words done. Ghostly, I hope your brain's not too itchy. If it's not, you're not suffering the itchy brain quite as bad, hopefully. Number 13th, Pot Friend. Hope it is going well. Wee. Alright. Let me save this really quick. And then I think we will do one more sprint. One more. That was very productive. Yay! In the time period if Ghostly even wants to attempt a romantic type people group or just in an entirely different direction. In that time period if Ghostly even wants to attempt you're deciding. Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. That did not make sense. I think I've got what you're saying, Ghostly. I think I gotcha. You're on a really nice roll tonight. Oh, that's good, Cryptid. I'm glad you are. Yep. I have now questioned my whole premise. I mean, that's part of it. I mean, like, explore it, see if anything worthwhile comes from it, but there's no shame in exploring it. Just, experiment, see what works, see what doesn't work. Sometimes all it takes is just exploring a little bit to figure out whether or not, it's worth it or it's not worth it. I've now questioned my whole premise. I mean that can happen if you've work through it. Give the idea its due consideration. But sometimes working through an idea just makes it feel like, oh, okay, this isn't gonna work. That happens. Exactly. That's what early rounds of research are for. Yeah, research is also a really good thing to do if you have time to do it. Yep. Research it's shocking how helpful research can be even when it isn't directly related to the thing. I kind of was able to get a little lazy because with Pond Boys, a lot of that is sort of written from my own experience and my own time in LA and my own time working in that world. Doing like a little bit of research, but when I was doing my cyberpunk rom-com, I did a bunch of research on primarily dating apps, dating on the internet, and exclusively sociologically how that was affecting straight communities versus queer communities, but also there was like problems even within where like these things were deemed like there was things about it that was helpful, particularly in queer communities in the early 2000s, but also like problems that had come from that as well. So like it opened up actually gave me a shitload of ideas when I was writing the cyberpunk rom-com. I did the same thing with the horror draft too. That was mostly me doing research on like psychological dispositions for people who have like, if there's like certain psychological states that have like tend to be more like tend to have what is considered like authoritarian leaning, like if it's a psychological disposition that can lean to that some people just on a spectrum tend to lean more towards that or not. So I did. It's shocking. It actually is really helpful. The more research you can do, it can inform characters. It can inform all kinds of stuff. Yeah. There was a great study I was reading about need to recall, where people that tend to test pretty highly on like what they consider like authoritarian leaning, like patterns and beliefs, they tend to have a completely it has nothing to do directly with the ideas that they believe, but how their brain actually recalls information. It's called a need for immediate recall. Certain people have a disposition psychologically that this is not like a trained thing. It's just, if for whatever reason, brain chemistry, thought patterns, how we're raised, genetics, whatever it might be, some of us tend to be more okay with ambiguity and not knowing, while a need to recall is essentially a uncomfortable and generalized anxiety for the inability to have an answer for a thing, be it a value answer, like literally this pen or that pen, or like or a general hierarchy, an order hierarchy in their minds. And if people relate, it's like literally how you relate to just objects in your everyday experience, can actually be an interesting indicator for people that tend to have a sort of an affinity psychologically with authoritarian thinking, because it tends. But the interesting thing is, it's actually very easy for those people to relearn. That's the interesting thing. Anyway, sorry, that's my whole like tirade, but I always found that really interesting, that the psychological disposition that tends to lean towards authoritarian thinking is actually also very good at relearning in the face of overwhelming, like, experiential influence. It's actually why it makes sense when you think about it, why desegregating things actually was one of the most like helpful things communities could do for certain people. It actually makes sense if that is indeed true. Um, that sounds. I get so many jumping off points when I research too. It's my yeah, exactly, cryptid. Yeah, it's the Eggers thing. Um, lot to love to outline and structure the thing. Exhausting to write the thing. Yeah, right. Yeah, I get that, cryptid, for sure. Um, Ghostly just really hates Google. I mean, Google's also like a really bad search engine now. It actually, one if you need if I mean it's all research papers, so I don't know how much this is going to help you in detail, Ghostly. But I tend to use JSTOR a lot. They tend to, if you sign up on JSTOR, they tend to like allow 100 free articles that you can read, and then you can just search and read articles. You just have to read it on their website, which is a pain in the ass. But JSTOR is actually pretty useful, depending on it depends, and there's everything there from literature to history to psychology to philosophy. It's essentially academic publishing. Um, yeah, it was like exactly cryptic. Google's useless. Damn, well, that's like yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I deep dived into a lot of that because I was doing a lot of research on like neo Nazis, or people who had formerly been neo Nazis who were now like working against, like essentially trying to get out of it, and kind of what brought them into that world and those beliefs, because that's one of the main character in the folk horror film is a neo Nazi on the run. So I needed to like try and handle that as carefully and as, I guess, considerately for the also not just thematically what that script is trying to say, but also like actually like do people who have gone through that experience justice. I think the idea of learning is intimidating, so I don't do it. It's funny, Ghostly, because you're incredibly intelligent, and you're incredibly intelligent, and I don't know. I think you learn a lot. I think you learn a lot, Ghostly. I think you learn more than you give yourself credit for. Maybe you don't study like hard down studying, but you clearly are very good at assimilating information. And I would go on a limb and say you're probably, from just the way that you are and the way that you talk in chat, I'm gonna go and say that you probably have you're pretty solid in terms of critical thinking. I think you have better critical thinking skills than most folks. Shockingly, a lot more people than I remember. That was like the biggest thing when I was in college, was my philosophy professors wouldn't even teach logic. They would just be like, well, you need to teach critical thinking. because kids are not getting it in middle school or high school. So if anything, you have the better tools. It doesn't have to be, though. I get why you'd feel that way for you. Yeah, exactly. You do you. But I think you're absorbing and thinking about a lot more than you're giving yourself credit for. I highly admire people who research. It's a skill and a valuable. But researching is a skill, and it's not the easiest thing to do. I don't even think I'm that great at, but I will say, like, library use skills and research are legitimately good skills to learn. And it's not like an easy thing. And I was a library TA for a long time, and I still don't think I fully understand how to use a library. That's yeah. Yeah, okay, Cryptid, yeah. I figured you were probably familiar with JSTOR for sure. If you need better research engine, DuckDuckGo. I actually use DuckDuckGo because of RuneWolf. I think RuneWolf was the one who told me about that. DuckDuckGo is really good. Yeah. I was going to say, I would definitely use DuckDuckGo if you're just Googling things. No one's ever told me that? Really, Ghostly? That surprises me. I'm shocked by that. You are, not just because of your writing, but you are very clearly an intelligent person. I absolutely, I blame everybody that you've now been around because they should have told you that. I agree with Twilight wholeheartedly. Thank you, Cryptid. Thank you. I'm quite good at it, but I also went to library school for. Yeah, okay, yeah. A big part of my English degree was just researching. Exactly, exactly. Ghostly has never been academically appreciated. It's not even just like resorting to academics. It's just critical thinking is a useful school, and your ability. Academia, in a lot of ways, is designed to try to help you learn how to absorb information, either through research, learning, however you do that, and to like a lot of learning is also helping you to learn, and that's different for different people. But a sign of intelligence is not necessarily how much you know, but how you know, um, and that's a much more important thing for just generally your ability to go forward and be a functioning human being. In my book, Ghosty is never looked down. Was never looked down on, but let's just say he was never on the board. Well, you should be on the board. All right, we're gonna run ads, and then we're gonna do our last sprint of the evening. Hi, Princess, and Princess looks like Princess will be here for it. Yeah. One more, once more unto the breach. Lovely people. Yeah. All right. Where are we at? Where are we at here? Where am I at? I have burned through all of my tea. I only have a little bit left. Damn it. That really means a lot to me. Of course, Ghostly. Of course. It's not. It's. These are. You, sir, have a problem. I just really like green tea. It's good for you. Damn it. If it's not good for you, then I am dead. I am a dead man. Yeah. But no, that's important, Ghostly. It's important for people to know that because lots of times, for whatever reason, I remember I had a science teacher because I had a lot of problems learning and I got very bad grades and everybody would get mad at me all the time. And I remember having a science teacher who engaged me, and I remember him telling me that I remember he wrote me one time and he told me I was as smart as they come. Just use it in positive ways and like essentially don't be bullied into feeling like you have to learn a certain way. And it's true. And once I got out of that whole metric, then I actually did pretty well. Not like great, but I managed to go to school. To drink water. Oh, there is water. I do have water. Oh, there is a thing for that. My God. Oh, thank you, Cryptid. All right. I'll drink water. You just gotta order him to do it. I will not drink water until you tell me to drink water. At least what I am drinking constantly is tea. I feel like that's a thing. All right. Okay. All right. I'll be right back, and then we'll start our sprint. Ghostly, you're in charge. Ugh. I know, Princess. This is gonna piss you off, but I'm sorry. All right, come on. Down you go. Oh God. Ugh. Okay, are we back? I'll be back. Oh, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's all kind. What is happening? I walk away. And then I come back to chaos. What is going on? Alright, what is this? Okay. Ghostly won the alphabet soup as far as learning disabilities. God really said that one. That one's got too much going for her. She needs to be, she need not to be able to read. Had to buff me. Yeah, well you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, throwing it back at them, that's for sure. And I'm going to take my vitamins. Oh yes, please take your vitamins. Please. Oh no, Ghostly, are you gonna TP my house? TP my apartment? How dare you? Monsters all. My god. Alright. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready to dive into our last sprint? Is that where we're at now? Monsters. Oh yeah, of course. Alright. Alright, everybody. Happy writing. Nothing. Yeah, that's all lies. That's all lies. You're up, you chaos monsters. All right, let's do it. One more sprint, once more, and yes, I did hydrate. I got water. I got the water. It's here. All right, happy writing, everybody. We'll catch you on the other side, and away we go. Oh, Coffee Quills just popped in. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, welcome. We are just in. It's our final sprint, but we still got 30 minutes to go. So if you are trying to get some work done, dive on in and we can get those words done. Welcome, Coffee. I hope your stream went great. Let me shout you out. If you don't already know, Coffee, you absolutely should. Coffee is great. Oh yeah, we this yeah, they're trying out the how the auto mod is doing. I know I'm trying to get work done, but you know, I let chat be up to their devices. But thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. I'm gonna go off mic so everybody can focus on getting words done. But I hope, yes, go grab food and get nap. Go rest. Yes, streaming, writing. Your head is still fuzzy. Oh no. Yes, but go rest. Please rest. All right. Happy writing, everybody. Welcome, Raiders. For those of you who don't know, I'm Wildlight, and I'm a screenwriter. So welcome in. All right. Happy writing, folks. go! Alright. Alrighty, everybody. This is the end of our third sprint. Go Slee! Have a great night. Rest, recoup, recover. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream tomorrow. But, alright. And that is actually going to do it for the stream. That is going to be it for tonight. Let's see. Who can we drop everybody off with? Let me see if I can. Who is out there doing the good work? Hey, did Oracle just drop? Oh, shit. Okay, it looks like Oracle's there. All right, cool. We'll raid in and say hi to Oracle. But in the meantime, yeah, everybody. Hopefully, that one snuck up on me. I was in a groove. I know. I was kind of feeling it, too. But I finished, like, the first act, so that was good. Hey, welcome in. Hey, Aaron. I love your name, Aaron the Crystal Claude. I hope that is what... I hope I didn't do that. New follower, of course. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes. So I'm a screenwriter. I'm a filmmaker. So everything I do here is primarily screenplay focused. So, yeah. So right now we're doing, at the end of the year, I usually take the big three, I usually take the main scripts that I'm pushing forward and pitching, currently doing like pitch decks for, and go through it and revise them, tweak them, polish them up. So this is the end of the year polish on all the scripts. So, oh, nice. You're a screenwriter yourself. Very cool. Well, welcome in. This is, hey, feel free to hang out. If you need help, advice, need to work through what you're talking, like what you're working on, always feel free to throw it out there. We're pretty chill. We like to help each other out, just with any kind of writing. So, yeah. Anywho, all right, everybody. We are calling it. I do have to go and make myself food, so we're going to raid out. But for everybody who raided in with coffee, I am Wilight. I do filmmaking and screenplays. So feel free to drop on in and hang out if you would like. But in the meantime, we are going to send everybody over to Oracle, and everyone can get their writing done. But yeah, love you all. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves, and as always, be kind to others. And wait, did this? Okay. Be kind to others, and we will catch you hopefully tomorrow. All right. Take care, everybody. Love you all. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time. There we go. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. I always forget how raids work. Okay. We raiding now.